All right, Khan, Shalom, Israel, Shalom to the Torah, Yash Allah, giving the course. All honor, glory, and praise unto the Most High God, Yahweh, in the names of the God, Son of Hamashiach, Yahweh Shah, who the world refers to as Jesus Christ, and He is the Savior of the nation of Israel. It's Brother Yash Allah.
It's all right.
Khan, coming back to yet another live stream through the Spirit, Power, Yahweh Yahweh Shah. Shabbat Shalom to the Torah, observing it Friday sundown and Saturday sundown through the Spirit. Another day of prayer, another day of reading, another day of magnifying the name of the Most High, in the name of His Son Yahweh Shah, as well as another day of congregating with like-minded individuals that are in this truth. So all praise to the Most High. Another episode of Midnight Manna through the Spirit. We be saying, "Hey, you doing your live too late." Hey, guess what? The Lord has set everything in His appointed seasons. So
Mhm.
You know, you got brothers doing live streams on Fridays. I mean, you have a lot of live streams going on Friday nights. You know, all at different times, all at different time zones.
Mhm.
And Most High had it to go to where, hey, guess what? Brothers is preparing for the Sabbath. Hey, when I look for me, brothers on the East Coast, they're 3 hours ahead of us, right? So when we still preparing for the Sabbath, they already well into the Sabbath. You know what I'm saying? Most of the time. So when they're doing their live, so we still preparing for the Sabbath. So Fridays be the most busiest day for me. Fridays go by really quick a lot of the times because I'm having to go to class. I'm having to do some homework before the day ends. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't want to do it on the Sabbath. Hey, brothers getting off of work. Brothers may have to go to the store. Brothers dealing with that Friday. 5 p.m., 6 p.m., 7 p.m. traffic. You know what I'm saying? If you live in Cali, you know, you're gonna deal with that, right? So Fridays be the most busiest day for us. So after all that is done, we get our households in order, we eating, what I'm saying, through the spirit, and we kick off the Sabbath with this live stream. And that's how we've been doing it, for years through the spirit. So that's why it's so late. All right. And like I say, you can't keep it, if you can't watch it on the while it's live, just catch it on the replay through the spirit. You know what I'm saying? It's
Mhm.
always be there unless the Most High takes it off. So, but yeah, all praises. So we'll get into it. Question of the day or the night: why are you eating the Passover? Right? Why are you eating the Passover? So if you are keeping the Passover with us, we're keeping it Sunday at sundown. This Sunday at sundown. All right. And so with that in mind, keeping it Sunday at sundown, I know certain brothers may have kept it before. I think IUIC had theirs earlier this month, if I'm not mistaken. Um, Sakari, I think, had theirs in March, as well as I think other camps. So if you're keeping it with us, um, on Sunday night through the Spirit, the question is, why are you eating the Passover? Right? What's the purpose? Are you coming to eat the Passover because it's just like you treat it like a family dinner? You know what I'm saying? Just the Sunday brunch kind of just come through as a Sunday brunch, right? Or the Sunday dinner. You come together and it's a family affair. Get to see everybody. You dabbing people, you dabbing Cyrac up. What's up, Ak? You know what I'm saying? What's up, brother? You dabbing Gad up, right? Barack. Say, hey, nice music, King. You know what I'm saying? Hey, keep doing your thing. Kind of dad drew the mania up, right? You know? Hey, or you maybe keeping it in LA. You know what I'm saying? Brother say, hey, where's the venue at? Where's the Airbnb? You know what I'm saying? Oh, okay, it's over here. I'm gonna come through. Well, hold on now, brother. All of a sudden, you know what I'm saying? Why are you eating the Passover? Is the question. If you don't know why, you probably shouldn't eat it. All right. If you think it's just some ordinary meal, then don't eat the Passover because it's a serious meal, right? It is a serious meal. It's not just your average dinner that you have every other night of the year, right? So we're about to show, essentially, we're about to go through 1 Corinthians 11, touch on certain verses concerning the Passover, as well as Just of other things, I want to go back into Luke chapter 22, just read certain other verses of that as well. And just to show the significance about, guess what? The Passover is not just your ordinary meal. And if you don't know why, essentially you're eating Passover, and your spirit, what's your spirit like around the Passover? That should determine to you when you should keep it, right? So, or if you should keep it at that. So let's kick it off with uh let's kick it off with let's go to First Corinthians chapter 11 and verse number 20. And um let's switch this. Hold on.
Okay, I got a preset.
Yeah, I appreciate. Yeah, you got it.
Kind of like your brother was saying, the Passover is not a regular day, man. It's not a regular feast. It's not Sunday dinner. It's like the brother was going into. This is let me get this point this preset. It's Iraq chapter 33 and verse 8. It says, by the knowledge of the Lord they were distinguished, and he altered seasons and feasts. Some of them have he made high days, and some, like he says, some he made high days, right? And he says, and hollowed them, meaning he separated them from every other day. And he says, and some of them have he made ordinary days. So, like the Passover, it's not an ordinary day. The Passover falls on one of them high holy days that he hallowed and he sanctified, that he separated from all these rest of the feast days. So, like the brother was going to, you can't treat the Passover like a regular old meal. This is not the hey, mom called you or grandma called you. I cook, grandson. Come over, come get some lamb
All right,
and some bread and some cornbread and some vegetables.
all right.
No, this is not that day. This is a high holy day that the most high hallowed. Pecan King.
Yeah, Khan, exactly, man, exactly. And that's a beautiful precept because there are high days in the year. There are high days, and there are ordinary days. You know, like yesterday was an ordinary day, right? You know what I'm saying? You may have fasted, you may have whatever, did your business, or just it was a preparation day leading up into the Sabbath, but it was just an ordinary day. But this day right now actually is a Sabbath, so it is a high day. And on Sunday sundown, that's another high day, right? One of the most highest days in all the year, because the most highest days in the year you could see is the three times we have to appear before the Lord, right, in Jerusalem. And just one precept on that. Let's just get Exodus real quick. Just get Exodus chapter 23 and verse number 14.
This is Exodus chapter 23 and verse 14, and it reads, 3 times thou shalt keep a feast unto me in the year. Thou shalt keep the feast of unleavened bread. Thou shalt eat unleavened bread 7 days, as I had commanded thee, in the time appointed of the month Abib. For in it thou comest out from Egypt, and none shall appear before me empty.
Right.
And
So like it says, the feast of unleavened bread. You see that? Well, so it says there you should keep the feast unto him 3 times in a year. So the first time, feast on unleavened bread, right? The second time will be what? It says, you got it.
the second time, verse 16, and the feast of harvest, the first fruits of thy labors, which thou hast sown in the field, and the feast of it. God, that's the second one. God.
Yeah,
What you
that's
going?
the second one. Yep. Feast of harvest, the first fruits of thy labors, which is basically going into Pentecost, right? The feast of first fruits, right? Which is 50 days, right? After the Passover.
God. Continue on. And the feast of ingathering, which is in the end of the year, and thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field. 3 times in the year, all thy males shall appear before the Lord Yahweh.
God, yep. In the third year, right? Which is the feast of ingathering, which is at the end of the year, meaning the end of the basically the harvesting year. When thou hast gathered in thy labors out of the field, basically going into the Feast of Tabernacle. So it will be the feast of unleavened bread, the feast of Pentecost or Feast of First Fruits, and then also the Feast of Ingathering, which is the Feast of Tabernacles. Those 3 times that we had to appear before the Most High, in Jerusalem. And so these are one of the three most high holy days, along with the weekly Sabbath, and along with um, the Day of Atonement as well. Is we see it, we treat it as a very high day as well. So there are high days in the Bible, which Passover is one of those high days. So let's go to 1 Corinthians 11 and verse number 20.
This First Corinthians chapter 11, verse 20, and it reads, "When ye come together, therefore, into one place, this is not to eat the Lord's Supper." For
Right.
in
So when you come together in one place, right, it's not just to eat, right? It's not just to eat the Lord's Supper. What's the Lord's Supper? The Passover. You know, we have to understand. Passover is not. It's not about us, man. You know, Passover is not about us. It's about Yahushua, right? So it's the Lord's Supper. So when we come together in one place, it's not to eat the Lord's Supper. It's not just to eat, right? You just pull up to the Passover because it's going to be lamb there,
right,
right? You just know that it's going to be unleavened bread. It's like, I want some unleavened bread. Or you just pull up because it's going to be a whole bunch of wine there. Okay, we got the Mock and David. We got the what is it? The man switch, man
Manny
Slakia.
Kivitz.
The Manny Sevitz Slakia. I never knew how to really say that for real, right? Then Amalek name. Dang, they got the Conquer great, man. I want some of that. Yeah. So also brothers also bring some type of pomegranate wine too sometimes. Um it's like you know, I'm not sure which one, but there's also pomegranate wine that some brothers bring upon the Passover, you know. So you just come in because you want to drink or you just want to eat. It's not the purpose of why we come together on this day, right? It's not just to eat the Lord's Passover. It's really to do it in remembrance of the Passover. And what basically Paul is saying in this verse or in this pericope, he's trying to relate to the people that it's deeper than just eating the meal, right? It's a deeper than that, right? That's all he's really trying to say here, right? It's not just to eat the Lord's Supper, right? You got it.
Continue on verse 21. For in eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper, and one is hungry, and another is drunk. What, have ye not houses to eat and to drink in? Or despise ye the church of Yahweh, and shame them that not have not? What shall I say to you? Shall I praise you in this? I praise you not, for
Yeah,
I have
kind of exactly. It's like, yeah, kind of exactly. And eating, everyone taketh before other his own supper. So you just after you finish your plate, you just take another plate. Now you're eating so much that another brother, he hasn't even eaten. He hasn't even eaten anything. And you already took 3 plates. But the other brother, he hasn't even gotten any lamb. What the heck is going on here? And then another brother is drunken. He's drunk because he drank all the wine. So basically what Paul is saying is you don't want to come into the Passover with, but excuse my language, but with a nigga spirit, right? Like this is a Christmas dinner, or this is Thanksgiving dinner, where it's just about the eating. Because on Thanksgiving, what's the goal in Thanksgiving? Typically, the goal is to get stuff so much that you just despise food after that, right?
been.
It's just to get as full as possible. That's the spirit behind Thanksgiving dinner, you know. So Jakes may come into the Passover with that same spirit, and that gluttonous type of spirit was in the earth during that time back then, 2,000 years ago, right? I mean, that which had been is now. Let's get that precept real quick. Ecclesiastes chapter 3 and verse number 15, right? We see that spirit now, that spirit of gluttony, which we all have to watch out for, but it's gotten to the point where you just come to the Passover just to eat, right? That's not why we're doing it. And that meal is actually has a very significant, right, tone to it. But let's go to Ecclesiastes 3:15.
God, this is Ecclesiastes 3 and 15. It reads, that which have been is now, and that which is to be have already been. And Yahweh required that which is past.
Yeah, Khan. The Most High requires that which is past, right? He requires that which is past. So what was past? Like I said, we see right here, somebody is not uh, um somebody's just coming to the Passover just to eat and get full, while somebody else hasn't eaten anything, and another person just drinking up all the wine. It's not a party, right? Passover is not like your typical party of the world, right? Passover is a serious meal for us commemorating Yahweh, right? First and foremost, because we keep it under Yahweh, and to acknowledge his sacrifice he has shed for his blood for the nation of Israel. He didn't go through all that pain and that suffering just for us to just treat the Lord's body just any which way. You know what I'm saying? And to take advantage of the Lord's body by just coming to the Passover, participating in it, just to eat and get our bellies full and to get drunk. You know what I'm saying? That's not the spirit that we should be in for this Passover. Um, yeah, the precept book.
God, King, you got it.
Okay, let's go to let's see here. Let's see if I want to get this though. All right. Let's go to Judges 3 and verse number 16, right? This is kind of funny. Right here. Right?
This is Judges chapter 3 in verse 16.
Yeah.
But Ehud made him a dagger which had two edges of a cubit length, and he did gird it under his raiment, upon his right thigh. And he
Go ahead.
brought the, and he brought the present unto Eglon, king of Moab. And Eglon was a very fat man.
It was a very fat man. You
Man,
see that? And why did the author of Judges include this? All right. Why did he feel the need to include this? See, back in the ancient world, if everybody was in the obesity level, right? If everybody, the average person, average Israelite during this time was obese and very fat, there would be no significance in adding this into the commentary or Shalaki into the Bible to say that Eglon was a very fat man. But because Eglon was known to be very fat, a very fat man, then guess what? That must mean that just going off of this, that the average Israelite was not that fat, right? If there were even fat Israelites. Now, here's the thing: the reason why the obesity level is so high in America, and this ties into what we're saying, is because of what is in the food and how much portions are given in the food and average food. So, because of all the trans fats and saturated fats, how all the food is high in sodium, a lot of food is high in sugar. All these things contribute to, weight gain, right? Processed foods, a lot of these things are contributed to weight gain. So because, America and again, fast food is known to make, people gain weight, right? Because of all of this, the like I said, the saturated fat, the trans fats, the high in sodium, the all these things that contribute to um, weight gain. America thrives off of fast food, right? America, the the franchise of America is fast foods, right? It's fast foods, literally, right? All the fast foods that we can name, McDonald's. I mean, fast food was literally invented in America, right? McDonald's, In and Out, Whataburger, Raising Cane's,
Mhm.
Zaxby's, all these fast food chains started in America, right? So America's franchise is fast food. And we know it's very bad for you and can make you cause weight gain. So if Eglon, being this is the ancient world, this is 3,000 years ago, and he's still very fat. This just shows you how much he's eating. It shows you the 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 gluttony that he has, right? So that gluttonous spirit is nothing new. It was in the ancient world,
Uh,
right? To be very fat in the ancient world, I mean, you had to have a gluttonous spirit. That food was pure in that day and time. It was pure, no GMOs. We're talking, I mean, no processed food. So it's no pizza. It's no you know, American food, I should say, right? No American food. This is pure food right here. You know what I'm saying? And he was still very fat, right? So it shows you the gluttonous spirit that he had, and which is still in the earth, right? And we also know that we could pull up a video on that too. Brothers letting the spirit talking about might as well show y'all the spread, right? They're literally the eating ministry. Wait, hold on. I got a video for that. You got it, King. You got it first though.
yeah, kind of. Hey, like the brothers went to be a gluttonous and or just even obese in the time of the ancients, you had to be doing something hella wrong, man. Because
Yeah,
like the brother was saying, everything was not defiled at that time, man. Because
right.
everything is defiled nowadays, man.
Yeah.
You think you eating one thing, but you eating a thousand other things, man. It got like my brother Jeremiah always said, "Hey, why do chips got 1,000 ingredients? I just need to see this, and this. I don't want to see three ingredients in this thing, man. I don't need to see
Right.
1,000 ingredients on the back. What it's made with, right?
Yep.
But even also being a gluttonous is even going against the Lord too, right? This is Deuteronomy chapter 20, 21, and verse not 18. If a man have a stubborn and rebellious son, which will not obey the voice of his father or the voice of his mother, and that when they had chastised him, he will not hearken unto them. Then shall his father and his mother lay hold of him and bring him out unto the elders of the city of his city and unto the gate of his place. Right? Let's think about it. How many parents are doing this nowadays, man?
Right.
No parents is doing this nowadays, man. Parents is a kind of getting choked up by the children nowadays, man. Getting slapped up, getting killed by the child, right?
Yep.
We don't have that tribal, you know, um, what's the saying that they say? It takes a village to raise a child. This is a prime example, right? To continue on, this is the point. Verse 20. And they shall say unto the elders of his city, this our son is stubborn and rebellious. He would not obey our voice. He is a glutton and a drunkard, right? He's a glutton and a drunkard. Literally going
Mm.
into the same points um, Paul is going into. A
Mm.
being a glutton and being a drunkard, right? And it says 21, this is what they did to him. And all the men of his city shall stone him with stones, that he die. So shalt thou put evil away from among you, and all Israel shall hear and fear. So that was evil, being a glutton, being a drunkard. So how even more being that at the high holy feast day, being a
Mm.
glutton, being a drunkard, So like the brother was saying, man, to be having that spirit, it's been that spirit's been here, you know, always, you know. But Con, you got a key.
Yeah, that spirit's been here, man. And like I said, we're correlating this to the Lord's Supper in specific. You know what I'm saying? Because, like I said, like Paul was saying, you don't want to just come to the Passover expecting to eat. Like the brother Yao, I remember he did a live on that. He said, you don't want to be like the brother or the sister that comes to the Passover. Brothers is doing the prayer since like, ah, when we gonna eat? Where's the lamb at, man? You know what I'm saying? And you take you 2 plates, 3 plates, and then you out of there.
Which is off.
Yeah. Or a brother might even bring a thing, kind of go to the food spots and they got like the
Of the
what
tray.
is it? Yeah, like the tray, like you close.
Kind of the Tupperware.
Yeah, the Tupperware, yeah. And then you kind of sneaking, kind of get
That's
some
the to go
ham.
plate, man.
Yeah, to go plate. Brother, you get it you bring a to go plate to the Passover. So that show you don't know what is going on because it literally says in Exodus that you can't bring it forth out of the house. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And we finna get that too, but I want to get this precept, going on what the brother saying, Proverbs 23, verse 20. It says, be not among wine bibbers. And no, it's not talking about Yahushua, all right? Because Yahushua, he wasn't a wine bibber. He drank wine, but he wasn't a wine bibber. Among riotous eaters of flesh. It says, for the drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty, and drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags. Basically meaning the consumer, right? Consumerism, and we're talking about high levels of of consumption, right? And this, I mean, this precept really goes deep because we understand, drunkard and a glutton. Let's look at it at a very, high level. America is a is a nation brand off of consumerism, right? So America is a consumerist, society. So with that in mind, America is looked at as just a drunkard and a glutton society. So what did the Lord say? The drunkard and the glutton shall come to poverty. Both on a physical level. If a brother is a drunkard and a glutton, he's going to come to poverty. He's not going to have any money because he's going to be drowsy. He's going to lack energy. When you eat a lot, you don't feel like doing nothing, man. Right? You're just laying down. You might fall asleep. Brothers know. Brothers, when you fill your stomach, you do not want to do anything, man. Right? You're
Right.
like, yeah. Start saying, yeah, it was good.
Uh,
Start burping, right?
get that itis. Start want to go to sleep.
Yeah, God, start going to sleep. Exactly. You know. I mean, did the Lord say you could be full? Yeah, God. But we're talking about the drunkard and the glutton. See, when it comes down to drinking, can you drink? Yeah, in moderation,
Uh,
right? Can you eat? Yeah, in moderation, right? It says, "In drowsiness shall clothe a man with rags." Man, you see that? What's like it? Let's. Oh yeah, I had a video actually.
uh,
Oh no, man. Y'all know. You already know, man. You know what I'm saying? I gotta pull the brother up real quick. Gotta pull this brother up. Um, hold on now. Okay, hold on here. 70 AOD. All right, here we go. Here we go, right here. Yeah, right here, right here. Yeah. All right, here we go. All right. Do we want to be like this guy? All right.
Shalom, we on? Are we on? Don't tell me that then. Shalom, family. This your king and shepherd KD coming with another. Well, no, I ain't doing no mess up daily edification. It's about the food. It's about the food. And about the fact that
Wait, hold on now. Hold on. I think y'all missed it, man. Let me play it back, bro.
He said, wait. Stop.
Shalom, we on? Are we on? Don't tell me that then. Shalom, family. This your king and shepherd KD coming with another. Well, no, I ain't doing no mess up daily edification. It's about the food.
It's about the what? It's about the food, man. You know what I'm saying? This brother literally dedicates whole videos about food, bro. You know what I'm saying? So this is the gluttonous spirit right here. You know, God gives you, hey, brothers. You know, when you eating a good meal, come on, all praises. You know, you get tired, you get hungry. You know, you need to eat something. Go ahead, man. You know what I'm saying? But we talking about excessively eating, right? Excessively. You know, that's what the Bible was going into. And so again, when it comes down to the Passover, and we're going to keep going down into it. Paul's going to further explain it, but actually, hold on. Let's go to 1 Corinthians 11. I want to skip down, right? Let's just skip down real quick to verse 33, right? Skip down real quick to verse 33.
God, this 1 Corinthians 11-33. Wherefore, my brethren, when ye come together to eat, tarry one for another.
Right. So Paul said, when you come together to eat, tarry one for another. Wait for each other. You know, you may have to share. You may have to, because again, this is about the Lord, right? That's why even brothers say, you know, you want to eat something before that sun even go down. I mean, you want to be coming into the Passover. You don't want to be so hungry because yeah, it's gonna be food there. You know what I'm saying? Nah. This Passover meal, remember, it's not about the food, right? I'm talking about this specific meal, this specific high holy day. See a new moon, hey, throw down. You know what I'm saying? Brothers may have the trays of the food, right? Brothers may have, brothers may have fried chicken. Brothers may have whatever is there. So yeah, comes new moon, all praises. Hey, Pentecost, throwing down, right? Feast of Tabernacles, we're getting down. But this is just one dinner out the year where it's like, okay, look, this is more serious. You come together to eat, tarry one for another, wait for each other, right? And let's go to verse 34.
Verse 34. And if any man hunger, let him eat at home, that ye come not together unto condemnation. Condemnation, and the rest will I set in order when I come.
Meaning what? If you're so hungry, just eat at the house. Just eat at the house, bro. Like, because Paul is saying, look, when you guys come together, it's not about the food, bro. Don't just come and be like, yeah, expect to get your belly filled. That's why brothers even say, hey, before you come and do the Passover, just try to fill your stomach before. Put something in your stomach before so that you're not so reliant upon eating, because brother's going to do the service. It's going to take over 2 hours, maybe. You know what I'm saying? Within those 2 hours, you may be a little hungry, right? You may get hungry, right? Hey, brothers may wait until 12 a.m. So let's say y'all get done with the service around what, 10, 11 p.m. Still got that 1 hour left, 2 hours left until you can, actually eat some, right? Brothers may keep it like that, right? However, but at the same time, that's why it's like, and you may not even get a lot, right? I know last year we kept it in the day. There was still some lamb left over, which we had to burn, but in certain cases, it may not be like that. It may not have enough. So, but if you're blessed to have more than enough, that's good. But it says, let them eat at home. If you're so hungry, just eat at home. I'm gonna get a different translation real quick, right? This is a NLT. If you are really hungry, eat at home so you won't bring judgment upon yourselves when you meet together. You see that? NIV. Anyone who is hungry should eat something at home so that when you meet together, it may not result in judgment. You see that? So if you're hungry, just eat at home, man. All right. That's what he's saying. All right. I'm gonna go back to this. So you said it's about the food. Passover, it's not about the food. All right.
It's about the food.
And as you can see, it says the Last Supper because in this video you saying, yeah, this might be the Last Supper, man. Trying to, be like, yeah, I was sure. But
it's about the food and about the fact that I believe this is the last meal we're gonna have on this side. I believe that. All right. You're free to believe what you want to believe. I believe this is the last meal. So had to get the brothers panning around, see the brothers and sisters. All right. All praise. All right, back on me. All right. So we had to who that back there? Your grandbaby. Girl. All right. So I believe this to be our last meeting. Not eating outside the kingdom. That's just my belief, all right? And wouldn't go through all this if I didn't believe that. Hope y'all doing the same, all right? We have what, 9 days? 9 days. Well, this here is for the family, all right? Number one, love the royal house. Hope y'all are celebrating in your own way, all right? We ain't celebrating no fucking Easter. And I'm doing this video, first of all, for the Pharisees, all right? Because I know you punk ass motherfuckers on here watching, all right? So we're going to show you, if I may, LT, let me get that from you.
Yeah, so basically, he did this on so-called Easter, and he titled it, the Last Supper, as to say, like, yeah, this kind of like this our Passover, basically. You know what I'm saying? But it's not Passover at all because, I mean, as you see, the type of food that they have there, right? That's not Passover. All right. Guess what this is,
Catfish.
Yep. I was confounded, man. I was like, and of course you got this. So this what you eating on a Passover, right? You go eat this on a Passover. So this is kind of like their Passover. That's why the brother was like, yeah, this is the Last Supper. He was like, yeah, I believe this is the Last Supper right here. You know what I'm saying? So, it's our last meal right here. It's like, all right, brother. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, I mean, we don't want to come in that spirit entering into the Passover, right? And obviously, everybody should know that, we're not cooking mac and cheese and collard green, mustard greens and cornbread, right? We're not having cornbread at Passover, right? Most I willing. We're not having cornbread at Passover. All right, we're not adding things to the meal as well. But yeah, this is what this is his Passover. So we're not coming in the spirit, man. It's about the food. It ain't about the food this time, man. All right. Brother Uzziah, man, he's confounded,
Big jumbo. Look like two different type of shrimps, man.
Yeah, man. God, jumbo. You had to get the big size, So yeah, God.
That was crazy. So like that was literally, how you get on death row and stuff. They like ask you what you want to eat.
Yeah,
Last supper for
right,
me? What? Oh yeah, I want to eat
right,
that. I want to eat that. That's what
right,
that did.
exactly. Yeah, man. Yeah. Talking about all praise to you. How about you now? So, but so like, yeah, I want to get this as well because brother was pulling this up, man. Hey, Amalek, he's keeping his Passover around the same time. I think we're keeping it, right? I think. Hold on. So Passover, I think they're keeping it. So yeah, so April 22nd, right? So they're keeping it around the same time that we're keeping it. And for his Passover, guess what he's gonna do, right? Watch this. Well, they add why is the egg here? Well, I don't know actually. So, but nevertheless, when you look at this, watch this. It says I just looked up Passover recipe lamb. So what like how do they cook in the lamb, right? So brothers already know or may know, you know, uh when we keep the Passover meal, when we cook it, and when we cook the lamb, we cook it over open fire, right? And also we don't add really anything to it. Brothers may add salt, and that's it. We're not adding, a little bit of lemon, a little bit of lime here, a little bit of parsley, you know. Let's not add in, a little garlic and herb right here, a little bit of this seasoning. We're not adding what's the kinder spices and all the other spices, man, and sauces. Right? We're not doing that today. We're not adding that to the lamb. Let's get this precept real quick. Mark 9 and verse number pick one at 39, right? Go select it. 49. Come. Let's go to Mark 9 and 49.
Uh, this is St. Mark chapter 9 and verse, he said 49. And
Yeah.
it reads, For everyone shall be salted with fire, and every sacrifice shall be salted with salt.
Mm. So every sacrifice should be salted with salt. Yahweh was our sacrifice. And we keep the Passover, eat the lamb in remembrance of Yahweh. So that's why we add salt to it. Right? Let's go to
Uh,
verse 50. Come.
Verse 50. Salt is good, but if the salt have lost its saltness, wherewith will ye season it? Have salt in yourselves, and have peace one with another.
Yeah, come. Exactly. Salt is good, man. You know, salt is good. So that's why we add salt to the Passover meal. I know some brothers say it's optional, but nevertheless, every sacrifice is salt with salt. And even in the ancient world, uh, they had salt. They put salt upon the sacrifices, right? We see that in Leviticus. We see that in Ezekiel as well, right? So Salakia. But I want to touch on. Just want to go through some of these recipes, right? So this is what the world is doing on the Passover. Like I said, they're keeping it like it's just some like a Thanksgiving meal, right? They're just keeping it like it's a Thanksgiving meal, man. All right, that's how the world is keeping it. 16 Passover lamb recipes for your holiday table, right? So let's look at this. Leg of lamb with fingerling, potatoes, and leeks. When did the Most High say to add fingerling, potatoes, and leeks to the Passover meal? The heck? Hold on. Yeah, come. When did the Lord say that? Man?
Rose marinette.
Jose marinated grilled so like a leg of lamb with walnut salsa fresca, right? So and look at this, man. This is off. So you mean to tell me brothers are going to eat this on Passover, right? This is literally look at this. It's literally blood right here, man. Right. Let's go to Exodus real quick, chapter 12.
Uh,
Yeah, let's go to Exodus chapter 12. And where is that at? See here.
uh,
It says you should not eat it with the blood. Where is it at? Hold on. Like roast with fire, bitter herbs. See here. I don't think does it say it in this chapter? I think it does though, because I was reading it earlier. Hold on. Okay, I guess it doesn't say it in this chapter then. Yeah. Yeah, so we can't eat it bloody, right? We can't eat it bloody. Let's go to we should get Leviticus then on that. I wonder where I was reading that though. Leviticus 17, 11.
This is Leviticus chapter 17, and verse 11, and it reads, "For the life of the flesh is in the blood, and I have given it to you upon the altar to make an atonement for your souls. For it is the blood that maketh an atonement for the soul. Therefore I said unto the children of Israel, no soul of you shall eat blood, neither shall any stranger that sojourn among you eat blood."
Yeah, so nobody's eating blood, man. Right? But you have recipes where it's like, yeah, you could kind of do it medium rare, kind of with the blood in it, right? That's no, we're not doing that on the Passover or any day, right? Especially the Passover, right? I mean, even in Genesis, it even says that too. I believe Genesis 9, right? Let's go to Genesis 9, and verse number 4, right?
This is Genesis chapter 9 and verse 4, and it reads, "But flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat. And surely your blood of your lives will I require. At the hand of every beast will I require it. And at the hand of a man, at the hand of every man's brothers will I require the life of a man."
Right. Exactly. So it says, "Flesh with the life thereof, which is the blood thereof, shall ye not eat." So we're not doing that, man. Let's also go to. I was looking at this, right? Right. Let's just look at this recipe real quick. And 9 times out of 10 is just some Edomite, uh, doing these recipes. So of course they don't know what's going on. So it says, look, 1 leg of lamb. So we have 2 to 3 garlic cloves, halved. We got pepper. We got tomato sauce. We got lemon. I mean, we got all different types of stuff. Just adding that to the lamb, right? So, like I said, I'm just pulling this up just to show you the spirit of the world during this time, right? It's like, yeah, we're just going to treat it like a Thanksgiving dinner, right? Look, just treat it like yeah, any other dinner. This is off,
Mm-hmm.
you know. There's mushrooms, and also this is not even cooked all the way. Just crazy, man. But yeah, but yeah, they really want to try to throw down for the Passover, but that's not what it's about, right? That's why brothers don't even bother, and another reason why brothers don't even bother trying to throw down, because again, it's not about the food, you know. Like I said, all the other feast days when we eating, it's like, yeah, you can add stuff to it, right? Because it's about coming together and actually feasting, what you want. But this particular night, not necessarily, right? And so let's go back to that, right? I think the brother Uzziah was saying something.
You're
And kind of say, I didn't think it could get any worse. Right, exactly. You know, exactly. And yeah, kind of Leviticus 2:13 as well. We can pull that out. I think he was going into the salt.
Uh,
Yeah.
Now this is Leviticus. Oh shit. Leviticus chapter 2. And it reads, in every oblation of thy meat offering salt, thou season with salt, neither shalt thou suffer the salt of the covenant of thy God to be lacking from the meat offering. When all thy offerings thou shalt offer salt.
All thine offerings thou shalt offer salt, man. Yeah, kind of. It's a beautiful precept, right? All your offerings have to have salt in it, right? And I think even in Ezekiel, let's see here, 43. See if I can find this stuff. Right. I know, is it 43? Yeah. Um let's see here. Cleansing it, ram. Yeah, come. Let's go to Ezekiel 43, verse 24. Oh, where is it? 43, 24.
Ezekiel chapter 43 in verse 24, and it reads, and thou shalt offer them before the Lord, and the priest shall cast salt upon them, and they shall offer them up for a burnt offering unto the Lord.
Come. So it says, and thou shalt offer them before the Lord, and the priest shall cast salt upon them. See that? So casting salt upon the sacrifices. We see that. But we don't do we see, and he shall cast lemon upon it, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he shall cast garlic and herb upon it. Like, brothers be using, like Larry's. Do brothers use Larry's? Right?
Lowry's.
Is it Larry's?
Lowry's.
Okay. Oh yeah, Salakia. Larry's. Salakia. Right?
Mm.
Larry's. See, I don't really use it too much. I use Kinder. It'd be good though, man. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? It'd be good. So, brothers, I don't know if you know any other ones, all right?
Mm.
Like
It's hella
I just
one. It's different. Can't
yeah,
really think of the other ones.
yeah. I get ones like sometimes from Trader Joe's, like the garlic powder,
Kind.
stuff like that. Salt, salt. Just sometimes, the pepper,
Kind.
pepper.
The shaker.
Yeah, the shaker, yeah. So I mean, brothers be getting in this thing, man. Whether you have to use, a little bit butter, a little lemon, you know what I'm saying? You kind of squeeze it upon whatever you're cooking, you know, things of that nature. So, the point is Israel gets down with the seasoning, all right, and the flavor. But like like we were saying, but the Passover, we hold off on that. All right, we hold off on that. So let's go to 1 Corinthians 11 and verse number we'll get back into this though. 1 Corinthians 11 verse number 22. And I just want to touch on this real quick as well, verse 22. But Paul's like, what? So hey, if you ever had doubt that, okay, is Paul a Jake? And Paul is a Jake, man. You said what? Right? He said what? He said, have you not houses to eat and to drink in? This is how a Jake talks. Don't you got a house to eat? Don't you got a house to do that? To eat and drink and to cook how you want, right? If you just want to come to eat the Lord's Passover, just to eat, you got a house to do that. Just do that at the house, right? You have all the lamb you want, right? You have all the food you want. Just eat at your house, bro. But you just want to come around and just take advantage of the Lord got going on, right? Or despise ye the church of the Most High and shame them that have not, meaning the poor, the less fortunate. He said, what shall I say unto you? Shall I praise you in this? I praise you not. And, hey, Paul's a Jake, man. Let's keep going though.
God continue on, verse 23, 1 Corinthians 11:23. For I receive of the Lord that which also I deliver unto you, that the Lord Yahweh the same night in which he was betrayed took bread. And when he had given thanks, he brake it and said, Take it, eat, take, eat. This is my body, which is broken for you. This do in remembrance of me.
Mm.
After the same manner, also he took the cup when he had supped, saying, This cup is the New Testament in my blood. This do ye, this do ye as oft as ye drink it in remembrance of me.
Yeah, so we do it in remembrance of Yahweh Shah. We do it through his mercy and we acknowledge his sacrifice. We acknowledge that, yes, Yahweh Shah is Lord. He is our Adawan. He is our
Come
power. You know what I'm
on,
saying? He is the Son of the Most High. We do it in remembrance of Yahweh Shah. We do that in remembrance of what? John 15, it tells us that the Holy Spirit, the Comforter, should come down and bring all things to our remembrance.
come
Whatsoever I have said unto you. So we remember the days in which we were with Yahweh Shah. Remember the sorrow that we had to see our Lord upon the cross, crucified, man. Imagine that. You were with the Lord and you seen him crucified upon a cross, right? Being killed. And when he said to John, you know, behold thy mother, when he saw his mom, he said, hey, behold thy son. And he looked at John, he said, behold thy mother. You know what I'm saying? And all these things that we read about in the Gospels, are people actually seen it? And we seen it, if you have ears to hear, we seen it 2,000 years ago. If we were really following Yahweh Shah, we seen it as well. All right. So this is all in remembrance of Yahweh Shah. And again, acknowledging his sacrifice for the nation of Israel. It's not about, like I said, it's just a party. And if you're just throwing a party at your house on an ordinary day, then okay, all praises. Though we do all things to the glory of the Most High, you know, this is most importantly to the glory of the Most High in the name of his Son Hamashiach Yahweh Shah. Right? Let's keep going though.
come. Continue on. For as often as ye eat this bread and drink this cup, ye do shew the Lord's death till he come.
Come. Yep. So as often as you eat the Passover, you do show the Lord's death till he come. All right. Because again, Yahweh Shah died on the Passover. And his, the lamb, the unleavened bread, the wine, all these things is a symbolism of Yahweh Shah in the first place. Right? It's symbolic for him. So that's why we show the Lord's death till he come every time we eat of the Passover. Right? Because we're doing it in remembrance of him and what he did on the Passover, which is sacrifice his life for us. Right? Let's go to verse 27 then.
Verse 27. Wherefore, whosoever shall eat this bread and drink this cup of the Lord unworthily shall be guilty of the blood of the body of the blood of the Lord.
Yeah. So if you drink it and eat of it unworthily, you're going to be guilty of the body and the blood of the Lord. Right. And when you go into a different translation, it kind of gives you a little bit better idea what this means. So when you go to NLT, it says, so anyone who eats this bread or drinks this cup of the Lord unworthily is guilty of sinning against the body and the blood of the Lord. I like the NIV. So then whosoever eats the bread or drinks the cup of the Lord in an unworthy manner, right? Unworthy manner will be guilty of sinning against the body and blood of the Lord. The unworthy man, what's the unworthy manner? Being a gluttonous,
Mm-hmm.
being a drunkard, right? Uh, um, just just in all different type of spirits upon the Passover, which we pray we're not going to be in all these manner of spirits upon the Passover, right? That's what that is talking about. You know. Also, are you taking this truth seriously? Do you know what the Passover is even about? Right? That's what it is to eat of it and drink of it unworthily. Right? You have no idea what's going on. You're just there to eat, trying to get drunk,
Uh,
whatever. You know, yeah, something on that.
La King.
Okay, Con, you got it.
La King. You got it, King.
Con, okay, Con, Salaki. Yeah, you got it there. You keep going on that.
Continue on. But let a man examine himself, and so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup.
Yeah, so we ought to examine ourselves. You know, are we worthy to eat of it? Are we worthy to partake in the Lord's body? Right? Are we doing what we're supposed to be doing? Right? Um, let's go to Sirach 18 verse 20. Right?
That's not right. Chapter 18 in verse 20, and it reads, "Before judgment, examine thyself. In the day of visitation, thou shalt find mercy."
So we ought to examine ourselves during this time, you know, which would show us if we're, ready to eat today. Because again, if you haven't been taking the truth seriously and you say, yeah, well, yeah, yeah, I know that brother Cyrach, yeah, seen him out there, right, teaching. I guess I could slide over. You know what I'm saying? I guess I could keep it. Or Salakia. Certain brothers turn the Passover into a fashion show, man. Right? Yeah, I got the flyest garment, man. Yeah. Y'all gonna see me, man. Y'all gonna see me on the Passover. Yeah, come on, yeah. You gonna see me on the Passover, man.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Yeah, I'm gonna get my garment. I'm gonna be looking fire. Be looking fly, man, through the spirit. You just treat it into a fashion show. Yeah, I gotta get the trip. You just so focused on looking so good for the past. It's like you get a haircut, right? Brothers get a $50 haircut, you know. Brothers get their hair braided, you know, all professionally. Brothers get the Gucci glasses, sunglasses, shades. Brothers trying to get, get the beard oiled up. Just trying to just doing everything, man. You know, just to look fly upon the Passover. But brother, are you paying attention to your inward? No. As much as you want to look beautiful outward, as the Lord said in Matthew 23, well, what about your inward, brother? Can't forget about that. You know what I'm saying? But the brother did no fasting. He might have did one fast, right? Not really reading like that, you know, not really watching the videos. So, brother, are you really ready? They say, yeah, I got my garment, you know, everything. Oh, yeah, come. Or brother come let a brother come to the Passover in a suit and tie. Like his church or something.
Man, two-piece suit, man.
Two-piece suit.
with that trench coat.
Yeah, God.
Down to your knee.
Right.
With your ZZs.
Yeah, God, exactly, man. That's not why we doing this thing, man. Right? It's not why we doing this thing. Hey, they even show you that in I don't know if I brought this point out last time, right? But they show you in, and I might have brought this point out, but I'm not sure. Right. Indiana Jones. Did I bring this out? Okay, God. So where is this? Indiana Jones. I think it was this though. This movie. Yeah, when they was trying to look for the Ark of the Covenant. I believe it was this one. But I want to look up. Let's see here. Indiana Jones. Cup. Yeah. So basically, he was in a room and he had to choose which cup the Lord himself used to drink of the Passover wine. And within the room was all these different type of cups. A lot of them were decorated with you know diamonds and gold and stuff like that. This is it right here. This is the cup that this guy he chose, but it was actually the wrong cup. And you see the outward is so beautiful, it's glamorous, it's glittery. May have diamonds in it or gold, right? And so he chose this one. It's not really the actual one though. You say, yeah, this is the one. It's because guess what? People think that look when you think about Yahushua when he kept the Passover with his disciples, did Yahushua have the flyest garment on? Nah. Was he drinking out of the mightiest cup? No. In reality, it would have looked like this. The cup would have looked like this, right? This is a more accurate depiction of what the Lord, literally the cup that he used when he talks about the cup, right? Because we have to understand Yahushua did not have a lot of money. It wasn't about that to him, right? Trying to look the flies on Passover. Now, if you want to look fly on Passover, yeah, come on. Hey, do your thing. But the thing is, that's not the point of the feast day, right? So yes, so it says, "Let a man examine himself, so let him eat of that bread and drink of that cup." You got it.
I got a precept, King.
Con, you got it.
This 2 Corinthians chapter 13, verse 5. It says, examine yourselves, whether you be in the faith, prove your own selves. Not
Right.
know ye not your own selves, right? That's the point, right? The Lord already said, hey, examine yourselves, man. Where you be in the faith, man? Whether you really in the spirit of drinking and eating of the Passover,
Yep.
right? You gotta examine yourself, whether you be in that faith, man. Because you just lackadaisical, all year round. And then when the feast days come around, you want to hop in the feast days, right? All the rest of the 360, wherever they stay, 65 days in a year, you do whatever. But the feast days come around, Tabernacle, Passover, Feast of Unleavened Bread come around. Now you in the faith, right? Now you want to drink of the Passover, but you ain't been not in the spirit, man, all year, right? So and the Lord says, examine yourselves whether you be in the faith, prove your own selves. Know ye not your own selves, right? He said, "No, you not. Do you not know yourself?" So you would know if you worthy or not. You would know if you unworthy or not. So you got to ask that question, hey, for yourself before you partake in something that's really sacred, really, you boil it down to it, it's a sacred thing. Not everybody could be in a boule. Not everybody could be in a mason at 400 degrees mason.
Yeah.
Not everybody could be, a black belt. Not everybody could be, on the top of luminary people. You can't be that type. It's everything is sacred, and the Passover is sacred as well. You know, Pecan King.
Yeah. Con. No, exactly, man. Yeah, the Passover is sacred. And I know someone that told me, hey, it's a sister that comes around to the feast days that she just comes around just to eat. You know, and she whenever it's time to she always makes an excuse to leave early. Take the food and just kind of leave early and did, right? So I mean, we don't want that spirit around this time to Passover, right?
Mm-mm.
Kind of. So but yeah, kind of all praises, right? But yeah, let's keep going on that through the spirit. Oh yeah, 29.
Verse 29, right? For
Mm-hmm.
he that eateth and drinketh unworthily eateth and drinketh damnation to himself, not discerning the Lord's body.
Mm-hmm.
For this and it's like a thing, and that's the point of why the brothers is saying it's sacred because you finna kill yourself.
Yeah.
Trying to partake in something that you don't even have accuracy of what you're doing. right? Because verse 30. For this cause many are weak and sickly among you, and many sleep. For if we would judge ourselves, we should not be judged. But
Yeah, right. And this is deep right here. What he's saying, verse 30, because he's saying, for this cause, many are weak and sickly among you, many sleep. He's saying because you guys are not taking the feast days seriously, you guys are weak, you guys are getting sick, and some even died. That's what he's saying, right? Because you guys are not taking the Passover seriously, because you're not taking this truth seriously, right? And he says, for if we would judge ourselves, meaning if we examine ourselves, when you go into the different translation, it's really talking about examine. If we were to examine ourselves, we should not be judged in the Most High, right? That's what he's saying, right? The Most High wouldn't judge us if we were to judge ourselves, if we were to examine ourselves. Even in Psalms, it says, David pleads to the Most High, examine me, right? Meaning, judge me, Most High, right? You would show to me my transgression,
yeah, search
right?
my heart. Uh,
You said what?
yeah, also said search out my heart.
Yeah, come on, definitely. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, Jeremiah even says that. But yeah, come on, let's go to verse 32.
30, 32. This is Levitic, 1 Corinthians chapter 11, verse 32. But when we are judged, we are chastened of the Lord, that we should not be condemned with the world. Wherefore, my brethren, when ye come together to eat, tarry one for another. And if any man hunger, let him eat at home. And ye come not together into condemnation, and the rest will I set in order when I come.
Mm. All praises, man.
Um,
So Paul, man, he was taking it seriously, man. You know what I'm saying?
um,
He was taking it seriously in this thing, right? Let's go to 1 Corinthians 5 and 7. This the one that we all, though.
this First Corinthians chapter 5, verse 7. It says, purge out therefore the old leaven, that ye may be a new lump, as ye are unleavened. For even Mashiach, our Passover, is sacrificed for us.
Yeah, con, exactly. We want to purge out that old leaven. You got it.
Therefore, let us keep the feast, not with old leaven, neither with the leaven of malice and wickedness, but with the unleavened bread of sincerity and truth.
Mm. That unleavened bread, sincerity, and truth, man. So
Uh,
that's our goal, is to purge out that leaven, which represents sin.
uh,
Getting that sin out your household, getting that sin out of us, right? That's essentially what the symbolism of it is, right? That leaven of malice and wickedness, right? Imagine brothers getting drunk and then fighting upon the Passover, right?
uh,
Yeah, that's not a good look. It's not
mm,
a good look, man. You know, it's not a good look. Fighting over some land, right? It's like, nah, brother, that was my piece, brother. You know, I don't know what brothers would say, man. Nah, that's my unleavened bread. Right?
I
Or
set that to the side.
you said what?
I set that to the side for me.
Yeah, set that to the side. Or brothers getting mad over the grill. You're not even doing it right. You gotta flip it. Gotta flip it. Brother saying, hey, you gonna tell me what to do, You know what I'm saying? It's like I've been cooking lamb for 5 years. I know how to do it. And brothers just get into it.
That's funny.
Hey, that could
You,
happen.
you
If you
didn't season it right.
you even season it right, You put way too much salt in this,
You put some seasoning like this.
You're supposed to go like this, See that? Brothers pulling out the salt bag.
Man,
No.
gotta get all the salt, baby, man.
Yeah, the salt.
It's crazy.
Yeah, hey, look, that would happen if you had niggas at the Passover
Uh,
or that nigga spirit at the Passover. or that nigga woman spirit at the Passover. But we don't want those spirits at the Passover, man. You know what I'm saying? We want to be as pure as we can be. You know what I'm saying? Through the spirit. In these fleshly bodies. We understand we're in the flesh. Right. So as pure as we could be in the spirit. Right.
And sincerity and truth, like I said.
That's right. Sincerity and truth. Yep. So yeah, what time is it? Oh yeah, 1:15. Yeah, so shorter video, I guess, because we all getting ready for Passover ourselves. And it is pretty late. We did start a little late, so we will at this time gonna close out. We're gonna bring out our closing precepts through the spirit, just going into Salakia. Actually, before we do close out, I did want to get just 2 precepts in Luke 22. Before we close out. Luke chapter 22, just get it before I forget. Luke 22 and verse number 28, right? Luke 22 and 28.
This is Luke. This is St. Luke chapter 22 and verse 28, and it reads, Ye are they which had continued with me in my temptations, and I appointed you a kingdom as my Father had appointed unto me, that ye may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom, and sit on thrones judging the 12 tribes of Israel.
Imagine how mighty that is. Yahweh said, you are they which have continued with me in my temptations. When we sit down at the Passover, we're basically reliving this moment, man. Because Yahweh is among us. Right? He said, where 2 or 3 are gathered together in my name, there I am in the midst of them. So who are those that have continued with us in our temptations? The brothers that surround us, the sisters that may be around you. Those are they which have continued in our temptations, right? Because we get tempted all the time, man. We still continue in it, and we keep the Passover along with our brothers and our sisters. And, Yahweh said, I point unto you a kingdom as my Father had pointed unto me, that you may eat and drink at my table in my kingdom. So that's the ultimate meal that we want to get to, right? Passover meal right now, Khan is mighty, but that's the ultimate meal we want to get to. You know what I'm saying? Eating and drinking with Yahweh in the kingdom. And also, if we're just going to be like angels in the kingdom of heaven, just like robots, then why did the Lord say you're going to eat and drink in the kingdom? Angels don't eat and drink, right? Because Christians, they always find means like that, like just before I get married, rapture wants to come. They really think they're just gonna be angels, like in the kingdom, like. So why did Yahweh say you're gonna eat and drink in my table when angels don't eat and drink, right? But nevertheless, I digress. So, yeah, Con. So yeah, with that, all praise to Yahweh Shai. Anything else on that?
Wow, King.
Hey, all praises. So with that, we're gonna bring our closing precepts to the spirit. You got yours first, so I can now go.
Get this precept real quick. Shit, past it. Get this precept. I just seen it. Can we find it? Let's get this precept to the spirit.
Iraq.
Now I was gonna get this other one. I couldn't find it though.
Yeah, see that.
You thought you was on me. Thought you was on me. This is Iraq chapter 24 and 21. It says, "They that eat me shall yet be hungry, and they that drink me shall yet be thirsty. He that obey me shall never be confounded, and they that work by me shall not be shall not do amiss. All things are the book of the covenant, right? This verse 24. Not faith, not to be strong in the Lord, that he may confirm you. Cleave unto him, for the Lord Almighty is God alone. Besides him, there is no other Savior. For the family that's keeping it, the Passover in the next couple of days, they make sure you cleave unto the Lord. Make sure you find yourself worthy unto the Lord, and things of that nature. Make sure you get the leaven out of your spirit and also out of your home. Make sure we keep in the ordinance of the Passover to our best ability through the Spirit, right? And
That's right. That's right. I'm gonna end it off with this as well. This is Acts chapter 18 and verse number 21. But bade them farewell. This is Paul saying, I must by all means keep this feast that cometh. Right? So this is a cut to all the Christians say, why are y'all keeping that Passover? Lord done away with. Right? Or the OT Israelites saying, y'all need to be in Jerusalem. Y'all not even in Jerusalem. Right? Why y'all keeping it in California? It's all in our captivity, right? Hey, because our answer like this, because we under grace, right? Because we keeping it through faith. What are you gonna say now, right? We under Yahusha. So we're not doing it. We're not saying like we're keeping it perfectly under the manner of Moses. No, we keeping it through faith through Yahusha, right? So and there's a lot of other points as well, but I'm just go with that point. But it says, I must by all means keep this feast that cometh in Jerusalem, right? But I will return again unto you if the Most High will. And he sailed from Ephesus. So Paul was like, look, man, I gotta keep this Passover, man. Right? I gotta keep this feast, man. You know what I'm saying? It's an important feast right here. So all praise to the Most High. We Lord willing, all brothers and all sisters, have a mighty, mighty Passover through the Spirit. Lord willing, we are clean entering into the Passover. Lord willing, we are clean in our spirits and our bodies. Lord willing, we are justified in the eyes of the Most High, to keep it in faith, according to our severability that He has given us, man. So all praise to the Most High. Kwame Yasha, hey, this brother Yasha,
Brother Sirach.
come back to y'all yet another live through the Spirit by Yahweh Shema Mashak Yahushai. For everyone in the LA area, we'll be in Santa Monica. We'll be in Santa Monica tomorrow, around 2 p.m. So we should be out there. Where y'all going to be at camp?
Tomorrow we're gonna be at Lake Merritt. Tomorrow, of course, at 2. And see family there. Come out, the shit. Come get the word.
Come get the word. Come get the word. Words like you. Lake Merritt, 2 p.m. tomorrow. All praises. So that all praises. Yahweh Shema Mashak Yahushua. Shabbat Shalom. Kwame Yasha.
Kwame Yasha.